A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Here we go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, Charles, let me put you in the head of those defenders out there. You know, a big play like that going against you so early, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Ready?
Now this time he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Off the play fake. Pearson. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. The kick by Joseph is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does you points, maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Lance. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lance. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roll down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down, and then some.
First down, here's Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. With the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the 49ers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. The Vikings 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready, ready.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now this throw caught left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Give to Cook out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Pearson. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in the red zone calls because the
touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have regained the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Pearson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Slot man moves right. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Danny Gray from 17 yards out. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Pearson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll be a 47-yard punt officially, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lance forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The motion man is Fowler.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
It's caught inside the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run with Mitchell.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Lance looking to throw it.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Off play action. Pearson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down, Pearson. It's complete to Cook. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They'll try and run right on the option. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Pearson. His throw incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Pearson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Off the play fake, Pearson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. On third down, Pearson. Look at the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cook is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Off play action. Pearson. Smith catches left side. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Pretty important third-quarter drive for it, and momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. David Onyemata there on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lance now to throw.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down, Pearson. Open man here is Kroll. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. One gain on third down, good for 28. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Pearson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Joseph's got it, and that'll bring him back within 4. It's an interesting call there to take for 3, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Lance going to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Lance.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Back to throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point.
that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that would be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go. Here we go. Red, yellow.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A fun, close ball game comes to an end on that last play.